13 is a young Jewish boy's realization that he will never play in the NBA, but he will own the team. He's more likely to own the team than play in the NBA. And I said, damn. I'm sitting there like, and the reality of that's true. Most of those league owners are, if you will, from that culture. And I can name them, but I'm not going to sit up here and name them because I'm not trying to target those people, if you know what I mean. Because many of these boys dream of being athletes. They dream of being, and many of them are very talented up until testosterone kicks in. And then the growth happens, and then the boys that have it and not. So but the reality is, I wasn't the only black person, but there were many more than me. And they start to then prepare that young boy, not for conquest in the bedroom, not that sex is a result of some sort of mystic magic game and having a mouthpiece. They have some sort of guidance and culture that guides him to understand what's really important. Being productive, saving, investing, setting the kid up for the future, learning the culture, learning what matters in the culture. Sure, that guy's going to get laid like crazy. You don't think that young boy between the age of 13 and 25 is going to get laid like crazy and he's not going to desire it? Yes, he is. And he's going to get laid by like crazy. And he going to probably pay for it, by the way. And he's probably going to get married. And he's probably still going to get laid more than you game guys. More than you mouthpiece guys. And then when he comes home at night after he gets laid, he still comes back to a nice house. He still comes back to a business. He still comes back to his purpose. He still comes back and he has his life intact. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between the guy that says, I'm going to learn game and have a mouthpiece, than a guy that says, and is set up to say, this is what really matters. And the byproduct of that is scabs and skeezers. And he puts the scabs and skeezers in their proper context. You put the scabs and skeezers as trophies. I like to thank the Lord for blessing me with this holy sermon today. I want people to understand this. What you consider a shot in beef is actually truth on my side. All right. So you might think it's a shot. You might think it's a beef. But even when I say something that's real, you're trained in a culture of being a woman and reacting emotionally, not you specifically, but people react emotionally like a woman who want to see drama when I was only telling the truth. I stand upon my content. I stand upon the things that I say, and I protect it as Kevin did. Kevin protected his content so much, you couldn't even say another content creator name in the live chat without getting blocked. So where's the hate? You want to call somebody being a hater? That would be more hater than I do. I don't even monitor or something like that. I actually then say, I got this context from this content creator. I tend to try to reward the people who said things before I said it or that I watched it. You can't say the same on that side. Okay. So with that being said, somebody says, I sounded bitter, coach, when he was alive because I was before. So if I'm hearing what I said before, is that bitterness or is that protecting what I said? See, I think a lot of men don't have fathers. And you love to say a person reacted a certain way emotionally, and that's contextually a feminine reaction. If you will, bear with me. I'm glad I went to the bathroom because I'm going to tell you. When you say things like that, you sound like a woman, and I'm not trying to put you down. You sound like a woman. If you describe a person telling the truth or saying something, and your natural reaction is either to one, tell them they sound emotional, what you interpret life as is a group of emotions, and that's feminine. If you can't express what a person is doing without attaching an emotion to it, your development is arrested in female reared qualities. Do you understand what I'm trying to teach you? I'm trying to teach you that you're arrested in the development of your single mother raised characteristics. And I don't mean to be bitter or rude. What you should do is understand what's being said and how it's being said, removing the emotion from it temporarily to understand. That's a masculine quality. Let me hear what this man is saying and why he said it, as opposed to attaching emotions to it to describe it. That tells me you haven't matured enough as a person to be on my level to describe anything that I'm doing here. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I want you to take your hand, turn it upside down, and cuff your ball for once instead of fingering yourself today, because I'm done with you. Jones G, a few dollars for the offering plate today, coach. Appreciate you. See, I'm a brand over here. I don't know. I hope you understand. I'm not just a person spouting information on YouTube. I'm a brand, and I will protect my brand. And if I have to tell somebody I was here before you, I was here before you, and it's not an emotional reaction. It's a fact. I don't care if you're dead or alive. Do you understand what I'm talking about? See, I know I can bring this down to a little comic relief, but don't mess with me. Surely I am on my Thanos and Coachellini. If you really want to mess with me, you will realize that I'm not one to be played with. I'll play around on this YouTube, but F around and find out. I'm a little bit more complex than I show here on YouTube. This is a business. I'm not here to play games with you low quality thinking people. If you want to go crawl in the mud somewhere in Milwaukee, Wisconsin and create beefs, go ahead, but do not do it over here. Because if you really get me acting up, I'll tell some of you people about yourself. All right, anyway.